Hello everybody, what's going on? This is Andrew, and today I am going to play some Alchemy here on Magic Arena. There's a Pro Tour level event this weekend. There's a set championship on Arena this weekend. The best players in the world are playing Alchemy and Historic, and the winner gets a bunch of prizes. And so I thought that with this event happening this weekend, this was a good time for me to check in on the Alchemy format. I haven't been playing a lot of Alchemy. There's too much to play on Arena, too much to do. Just have not been playing any Alchemy. But with this event, I thought I should check in on it, and I wanted to check in on kind of the evolution of my previous favorite deck, which was a Sanguine Brushstroke sacrifice deck using Brushstroke and Meathook Massacre with Deadly Dispute and Shambling Ghast style creatures to kind of flood the board and slowly kill your opponent. This deck is a little different than the deck that I had built and played with when the format was announced, because it's using red mana. I only used black mana in the deck before, but this one has red mana in it. And there's a couple of reasons why. One, Voldaren Epicure and Bloodtithe Harvester synergize together and provide extra blood tokens, which is nice for the Brushstroke, and bodies that die, which is also good for the Blood Artist and the Meathook Massacre. Oni Cold Anvil was a card that was just released with Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, and it fits really nicely into this deck. Whenever an artifact leaves the battlefield, you can make a 1/1, because we have all these blood tokens entering and leaving the battlefield, and treasure tokens from Shambling Ghast and Deadly Dispute. It's pretty easy to trigger Anvil and to start sacrificing your stuff, flooding the board more, yada yada yada, more of the same. Experimental Synthesizer is a piece of this deck, and I think when this card was announced, a lot of people saw it and were like, that could do something cool, but what? Well, this is the but what. It kind of fits into this deck really nicely, providing you some card advantage and another body later on if you need it. It's kind of a cool cheap artifact to go with the Anvil and some of the artifact stuff this deck is leaning into now. Because we're playing artifacts, we get to play Voltage Surge, which is a cheap shock equivalent that can deal 4 damage if you sacrifice an artifact, and with all the blood and synthesizers and things hanging out, we will often be able to sacrifice an artifact with a Voltage Surge. And that's the deck. The sideboard has Duresses, more removal, and Graveyard Trespassers as the way to deal with graveyards, which I think is sweet. And then we've got an extra Meathook Massacre in here, just in case. If you look at the metagame breakdown from the Wizards website, you'll see that most of the field, they're playing aggro decks. There's a lot of mono-white aggro, and there's a lot of Naya runes or other creature-based mid-range decks. The Venture deck, the Venture into the Dungeon deck is pretty well represented as well. So I think that it's probably a pretty good time to bust out those Sanguine Brushstrokes and give a deck like this a go. So we're going to do that. We're going to hop into a couple of matches of Alchemy and see how this deck holds up. Alright, let's hop in. We're playing against a diamond player, Edwin Colleran. I'm not sure if that's an actual person playing in the event, and this is like their unlocked account or what. That would be kind of cool. I'm going to keep this hand. This hand looks good. I'm just going to lead on the Epicure. We can get a turn 2 Anvil down. We've got a Braid for removal. We can draw cards with the Dispute later. Things look fine. Let's attack. And play Anvil. And now they shock my guy. Sure. I could activate Anvil to get rid of the blood and make a thing, but I don't really want to do that because I want to use the Deadly Dispute to sacrifice the blood. I just think this is a better use of things, and then I draw cards and I make my land drop. And I'm relatively happy here. I'll just pass the turn. So yeah, it looks like this is just straight up mono red. This should be an interesting matchup. I feel like we are slightly favored, but we will see. Okay, there's Chandra.
I hope you like your hors d'oeuvres extra
Mm-hmm.
crispy. Let's bring things up
Okay.
to a simmer.
Kumano faces Kakazan has been showing up in a lot of mono red lists recently. I think it's really cool that it is showing up in mono red. So, oh, this hits creatures and planeswalkers. Okay. So I can voltage surge, throwing away like a synthesizer to kill the Chandra. Okay. So we'll go synthesizer, see what we hit. We hit a Blood Chief's Thirst, which doesn't do anything. Let's do this. And we hit another anvil. Cool. We'll play the anvil. Attack for 1. Then I'll activate an anvil to sack this to activate the other anvil. And just get my guy back basically, but deal an extra damage. We took a lot of game actions that turn. Okay, they have a dragon. It's gonna make my Den of the Bugbear a little worse. We can't Blood Chief's Thirst this turn. We can't Abrade. I think I'm just synthesizing again. Looking for a land. Found a land. And now what? I want to Deadly Dispute, but let's just do this, I think. Okay, let's keep the good times rolling. Boom. It's a nice little turn. Just an okay turn. I will take 2 damage. That's gonna flip. That's fine. We've seen 6 more cards than our opponent has so far just because of the synthesizers and the Deadly Disputes. It's just really nice. Yeah, I'll take 5. And what? The Blood Tithe Harvester can just sacrifice itself to kill something at this point, or I can just wait on it. Meat Hook drains them for a bunch. I wish I could sacrifice it, but I can only sacrifice artifacts, so that doesn't work. They get the Electrostatic Blast. Wait, why did it get exiled? What? Oh, because of this thing. Okay. Sure. So I can Blood Chief's Thirst for 4 to kill this. Then I don't have enough to abrade the etchings. If I Deadly Dispute first, that doesn't gain me any mana. I think I want to... Do I anvil the blood token or the synthesizer? I think I'm anviling the blood token here to make some more 1/1s and deal damage. This on black, Blood Chief's Thirst. Kill that. Then I think I attack. And they're going to block one, and then I'll just sacrifice that one to this anvil. Then they take 3. I'll sacrifice that this turn. They've got another dragon, yep. Third anvil, huh? Okay, I'll play anvil. I'll attack for 5. Cool. I was going to sacrifice one of them and then abrade the dragon, if they let me do that. Voltage Surge seems pretty good here. Abrade does not seem particularly good. Blood Chief's Thirst is important to kill the dragons, but I don't think I want to bring in extra Blood Chief's Thirsts just to kill the dragon. I think I do bring 2 Thirsts in and maybe cut like a Dispute and a Harvester or something like that. The saga, the Kakazan saga, is pretty good against a lot of our deck because it makes things exile instead of die, which messes up the whole sacrifice thing, so I want to be able to kill it. Easy mulligan. Another easy mulligan. Yeah. Down to 5. I want to Deadly Dispute the blood away. Oh. I didn't see any of these creatures in the first game. I thought they were a lot more... I just didn't realize this was what their deck looked like. I think I just chump blocked the Rahilda here. Let's Synthesizer, see what we find. A Haunted Ridge. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna Deadly Dispute the blood away and hope I can find like a meat hook or something. I'm gonna bring the Abrades back in. Our opponent's just killing us here. this can't deal with the Town Razor Tyrant. I can kill Rahilda. So I can kill Rahilda. Play Shambling Ghast plus Brushstroke. Or kill Town Razor Tyrant, play Shambling Ghast. Yeah, I think I'm doing this, and this. I need to let the land die. I'm too low to not let it die. If they have another dragon here, I'm just dead. But if not, maybe I can stabilize. It's going to largely depend what I find off of these synthesizers. Does Rahilda steal actual cards or copies of cards? Exile a non-link card from their library at random. Okay, so they actually did steal one of my voltage surges. I'm blocking here, making a treasure. Yep. At least to get the death trigger. This happens, I make a treasure. And I hope I hit here. That doesn't do anything. Synthesizer. There's the voltage surge I wanted for Christmas. So I can do this, sacrifice the treasure, sacrifice the synthesizer to get another look at something. Found a den of the bugbear. I kind of want to discard the Brushstroke to look for a better red land to play the Anvil this turn. So now I have the Anvil, but what do I do with it? I guess nothing. Oh, cool. They make 2/1/1s and I die. Okay, so now that I've seen more of their deck, I thought there was a chance they were just like a control-y deck that played Town Razor Tyrant, like a more mid-rangey deck, I guess. But now I've seen what they're really about, so I think I want these cards. Is this an Anvil out matchup? Like the Anvil's just too slow and dirtily and I can just kill them if I can take care of all their stuff and draw cards? Maybe. I want the Abrades too. Huh. How do we feel about this? Anvil out seems weird. But Maybe that's where I'm supposed to be. I don't know what I'd do if I brought the anvil in and still wanted all these removal spells. Yeah, I'm gonna try anvil out. And see if I can just, like, removal my way through this. This hand's really good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna put this on red. I've got 2 looks at a land. And the Voltage Surge can buy me time. Just need one Haunted Ridge, please. Sure. Oh, yes. Do I run one of these out? Probably. They could play Rahilda this turn, but that doesn't even bother me because I have the Bloodchief's Thirst for it. Nope, just a shock. Okay, cool. Fine with that. No second red means if I want to kill this right away. I'm just playing another one of these, I think. I'm gonna flip to the 2/2 with haste. If they attack, I'll let it hit me. Then I'll Bloodchief's Thirst it, and maybe abrade something. Maybe I abrade it. We'll see. Sure. And nothing. Okay, that makes sense. Let's synthesize. We did find a land. Good. I don't have to do anything. Meat Hook's gonna do everything I want it to next turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill. Hit me for 2. So this says when they cast their next instant or sorcery, they get to draw 3 cards, basically. Or look at the top 3 and pick one of them to cast. It's pretty good. Oh, cool. So I can Meat Hook this turn. And leave red open. This isn't great, obviously. Like, Meat Hooking just to kill one thing is a little awkward, but I'm happy to do it because they're stuck on lands, and I have a handful of removal spells anyways. Yeah, like, this is gonna happen. And actually, I think I'm gonna let this hit me also, because I want to save the Voltage Surge for the 4/4s. So I think I'm just abrading this. And moving on with my life. I want to make a 2/2 with this eventually, but I'm not in a rush to do so. Okay, there's another Storm Seeker. I'll kill this one with Voltage Surge. Okay, let's look with Synthesizer. It's in a Braid. That doesn't do much. I probably should not have played that land. Because I could have cycled the land away. Kill that, go. Okay. I mean, I guess I just meat hook, right? It's a pretty good draw. And then just shoot my face here. Okay, let's cycle this land away. We found another... I mean, I guess this is my fault. I put all these removal spells in my deck. But I was hoping to draw some of, like, my synthesizers along the way. Or my Deadly Disputes, or something. So far, only removal spells all the time. This Den of the Bugbear might kill me if I'm not careful. Igneous Inspiration, wow. Okay. Okay, there's Brushstroke. It's a nice find. I need to find another Voltage Surge or a Braid to deal with the Den of the Bugbear. It's a good card. But did they get Igneous Inspiration? Sure. Kill Blood Artist, yeah. Hit me for 3. I'm at 8. They have a land, okay. Let's synthesize. See what we find. Find a Shatter Skull Smashing, huh? Yeah, I mean, I guess I cast this. Didn't put it in my deck to not cast it. Yep, a mascot exhibitioned. I have the meat hook though. And I gain some life. I really did not expect this game to go quite like this, but here we are. I need to make a creature with the synthesizer soon because I don't want to die to the Den of the Bugbear. Oh, they're just killing it. Oh. That was rude. Let's sacrifice this blood token. I'm gonna die with 2 removal spells in hand, it seems like. Oh, they didn't turn on Den that turn. Because they're gonna Tyrant my Hive, sure. Guess I'm holding this land. I have to sacrifice it because I don't want to die. Yeah, it looks like we've lost this game, actually. Maybe cutting the anvils was my mistake. Maybe I need them to grind out wins here. I think that the deck that I brought can do it. I just don't think we drew cards in the right order. Let's see. It's not over yet. Cycle some blood away. Found a deadly dispute. Can they turn both dens on here? No. Okay, good. So go to blocks. Make a block. Deadly dispute. Trigger. Found another meat hook. I'm at 1. They have a burn spell. They've got play with fires. They've got igneous inspirations. They even have spike fuel hazards they could kill me with here. Play a Town Razor Tyrant. Yeah. How about more meat hooks? Okay, gain some life. Play a land. Play Voldaren Epicure. Make a blood token. Go to end step. I would love to sacrifice it. Oh no, they found a land. Now I'm dead. So close. Because this, yeah, this doesn't help me anymore. This used to drain. Yeah. Not quite good enough. Their creature lands won them the game. That's how it goes sometimes. Alright, let's try one more time with this deck. This hand looks good. Play Haunted Ridge on 1. Put this on, I don't know what color yet, on 2. Oh, never mind. Now we can just go Swamp Ghast on 1. Put this on red on 2. What you got? A Triumphant Adventure, huh? Well. It's your unlucky day. Just gonna kill that. Do I spend the treasure to put a creature on the battlefield this turn? Honestly, kind of into it. Because next turn I can go Harvester and still have a removal spell. So yeah, I think that's good. This is one of the archetypes that a lot of people at the Pro Tour Set Championship are playing. So it's good that we got queued into it. I'm excited to see how this matchup goes. So I killed the adventure when I did because whenever it attacks, they venture into the dungeon. So I wanted to just kill it before there were any shenanigans. And drawing the Brushstroke does change how I want to play this turn. I just want to get my Blood Artist ready. When it enters the battlefield, venture. When it attacks, return a creature. Okay. I'll be abrading your Barrowin, dealing a damage to you. Play the Blood Tithe Harvester, attack with Epicure, and we're in a really good spot. So that went well. I think I want the Voltage Surge. I wonder if the Blood Chief's Thirsts can come out here. Most of their creatures are small, and the Meat Hooks can clean up whatever I need them to. Yeah, let's try it like this. I feel like we probably have a decent matchup into them. A lot of the creatures in their deck rely on synergy even after the buffs. Oh, a Braid can kill the Gargoyle. I should have brought more Braids in, probably. We'll see how this goes. Bloodchief's Thirst was super awkward in the previous game, so I'm a little a little low on it, but I know that it's a powerful card. This hand is slower than the first hand, but I think it's fine. Den on 1, Pathway on black on 2, into Harvester, and then we can go Anvil, plus get rid of the blood the next turn, or Deadly Dispute the blood away. This hand is fine. Brushstroke as a follow-up to all that seems nice, with some Meat Hooks to go with it. Yeah, the Gargoyle. I want to be able to kill the Gargoyle. I forgot that it's an 0-3 though. It used to be a 4-mana 0-4. Now it's a 2-mana 0-3. Okay. So I can synthesize to look for lands, but if I don't hit a land, that's pretty bad. I think it's better to Deadly Dispute the blood token away. Am I shocking this in? Am I ever casting Voltage Surge? Getting rid of the treasure? I don't think so. I think I'm just chilling. If I find any land next turn, I can Meat Hook for 3, which would be pretty good. Oh, they're gonna finish the dungeon now. Do I block? No. Any land? That counts. And this is gonna kill all their stuff. Hit triggers. Cool. Yeah, take a look. What do you want to take? I've got a little of this and a little of that. Take my Brushstroke, sure. Probably the most powerful card in my hand, but it's a long ways from doing much. Okay. Let's synthesize. There's a Meat Hook there that we can't cast. That's fine. I think I'm just gonna Voltage Surge, kill that. And there's another synthesizer that I don't get to play. That's fine. It's a little annoying, but it's digging me towards lands. I just desperately want one more land right now. Sure. It's weird to me that they're making... Everything about that turn was kind of weird to me. I don't know why they conceded the way they did. I don't know why they made a 1/1 instead of a treasure token there. I guess maybe they're going up towards the storeroom, the counter. But knowing that I have the Meat Hook Massacre in hand, making a goblin's a little weird. So I drew Mountain for the turn, which is not a great draw. But I think... it's actually kind of awkward. I think I just play land and Deadly Dispute. So I probably don't play the land. I probably just Deadly Dispute right away on the construct. Make a new construct. See if I find a swamp. If I find a black mana, then I can go swamp Onicult Anvil. Then I'm set up to do a big Meat Hook. And then follow up with a Sanguine Brushstroke the following turn or something like that. Yeah, I think we were in a really good spot. Well, I think this deck is sweet. Even though the core of this deck, the Sanguine Brushstroke, has been nerfed a little bit since it was created and introduced to the format, I think that the rest of this deck is really powerful still. Meat Hook Massacre, Deadly Dispute, and these dorky 1-drops is a sweet core that can go in a lot of different decks, and I like it paired here with the red and the Onicult Anvil and Synthesizer. Not a ton to say about it. I think this deck is actually pretty straightforward in its game plan, at least. The sideboarding and the technical pieces of it can be a little tricky to figure out, but the main game plan of this deck is super straightforward, even though it's a little intricate. And I liked playing this deck, and I liked some of the lines I had access to. I thought it was good and fun and decent. That's gonna be it from me for today. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you enjoy watching the coverage of the official Magic event over the weekend, the Set Championship or Pro Tour or whatever it's called. I hope that goes well for any of you competing or watching or whatever. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and I will catch you next time.